Welcome to another college training and development tutorial. My name is Carlos. Today I am going to show you how to transfer an examination from Angel to BlackBoard. As you all know, we are all transferring to BlackBoard and leaving Angel aside. So we need to pass our exams to our courses in BlackBoard without having to do so by hand. This can be accomplished through Respondus. So we're going to open Respondus. Once we open Respondus, we will be set with the Angel personality that we chose in the beginning. In order to be able to retrieve an examination from any Angel course that we have, we go to the Retrieval tab, we select Retrieve Questions. We will be asked to select a server to retrieve from. If this is your first time, you will click Add Server. Since Angel is configured with Miami-Dade, we can use check for pre-configured server settings. We press Next. We're going to enter the information that we require for this. So we can put my name, Angel. Here we're going to write down our username that we use to log on to Angel. If we're on our own personal computer, we can press this check, and this would allow us to basically select the server, in this case our Angel configuration, to log on immediately. But if we're on a shared computer such as the CTD labs, it is recommended that you do not press this, as other faculty may be able to access your own server. So once we're done, we're going to run a connection test. We press Next. When you see completed, you will be able to log on to your course. So I'm going to press Next, Finish. Now you see your configurations here. Press Next. Since I haven't saved my username or password, it's asking me to do it again. Now you will see the courses where you can retrieve an examination from. In this case, we see that I have a sample quiz. It's called Respondus quiz that I'm going to use for this tutorial. So in here, I'm going to select my sandbox and the Respondus quiz, which is in here. Now we're going to give it a name. Press Next. When you see completed successfully, it has been transferred. So now the Respondus server has it so that we can put it into a BlackBoard course. Press Finish. We're going to go to Start again, and in order to be able to transfer this to a BlackBoard course, we need to change our personality. In this case, to use BlackBoard. You will see this message because the exam that we have created from the transfer has been made with a different management system, in this case Angel. So we're going to press OK to continue to save it with a different name. Then we save it as a new file. So now you will be able to see your exam here. You see the number of questions, and you can even add more questions to it. So for example, if you want to add another question, say 2 by 2 will be equal to what? Give an answer 4, 5, 3, 1. And we can select to give as many answers as we want, but the traditional and most common is to use 4. We can select a correct answer from here, in this case A. We give it a value just to keep it on the same as the other one. We're going to give it 100. We can choose to insert it into a place in the list or to add it at the end. We're going to press Add, and you see that the question appears here. If we want to edit a previous question, a loaded question that we haven't created, we can do that. We press this button next to the title, question title. We can choose to delete it, to edit it, to move the number of it. So we're going to edit. It's going to give us a basic warning to edit it with a standard editor, so that we may lose formatting, but it doesn't really matter. And here we can change the question. We save any changes. This should appear when we preview our exam later on. So now that you have 5 questions, we're going to choose to preview and publish. We're going to publish this to BlackBoard. So we choose the Publish Quiz. We can choose to either publish it to a single course, save it for a pool, or to publish it to a multiple courses. Since this might be your first time using this service, you're going to need to add a new server. In this case, BlackBoard doesn't have a pre-configured setting with Respondus, so we need to create one. We need to enter them manually. Do not be alarmed by the size of these text fields or the amount of them, because this will be filled easily. Here we're going to do the first step. Go to our BlackBoard page before we log on to a course and retrieve the URL. You will notice this is the opening page when we enter ndc.blackboard.com. So what we do is grab this whole address, we copy it, and we paste it. Now we need to log on to be able to enter the same thing here in a course that we have instructor rights to. Once you log on, you will be able to find your courses at the top right. In this case, I want to put it on my sandbox. Now that I'm in my course, I can copy this URL and paste it here. Now that we have this information, we can press Extract, so that Respondus will be able to extract the information that it needs from this box by itself, without us having to write it by hand. The rest we have to enter manually, but it's not so much. So we enter a name for our description of the server. The version we cannot change as it is already chosen for us, and we need to enter the username and password that we use to enter. We can check this box if we are doing it on our own computer, but if we're doing it on a shared computer such as the computers in the labs, it is advisable not to do it. So we press OK. Now you see that our account is here. You can press next to connect, and usually because we have downloaded this program from a repository that is not the latest version, you will see this message. This usually means that the program is not up to date. So what we're going to do is cancel this. We're going to go into check for update under help, and we see that there is an update information. So we're gonna get that update. When it's done, the program is gonna close on its own. We're gonna wait for it a little bit. You will see software update is complete. This means the program is ready to use and you will be able to log on. We're going to click on Respondus again, and because we had to close, we're going to need to open the file that we had, in this case Respondus Black. You will see all the questions that we enter plus the one that we created here. Now that we have it, we're going to go to preview and publish to Blackboard, publish with. So we're going to select the server that we created. You will see now that it's logging on, so you can choose the course where you're going to publish this, in this case my sandbox. And you can choose 4 options, either to create a new exam, replace an exam, to create a new pool, or replace an existing pool. In this case, it takes the name of the file, Respondus Blackboard, but you can change it to put whatever you want. Respondus exam, for example. Now, these options are not needed to change, as this will enable the settings of the exam. Use the default settings of an exam in Blackboard. We press next. We can choose where we are going to put it, in this case the content folder, lesson 1, next. Once you see it completed successfully, it means that the exam is already up online. So we finish. Going back to our Blackboard course, in this case my sandbox, we're going to go to the content area and the folder where I put it. So you will see that you have your Respondus exam here. So now this is not available because it's a default setting. The only thing that we have to do here is change the options so that we make the exam available if we need to at the time, depending on what day you want to present this exam to your students. So we're going to go into the exam, and you will see the same questions that we had. So this is how we transfer an exam easily from Angel to Blackboard by using Respondus. Thank you for watching and have a great day.